اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإلى عاد أخاهم هودا قال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره أفلا تتقون. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, all praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has shown us the correct way of doing ibadah. Very important. সমস্ত প্রশংসা আল্লাহ সুবহানাহু ওয়া তাআলা, যে আল্লাহ সুবহানাহু ওয়া তাআলা ইবাদত করার সহি পদ্ধতি কিটা আমরা বাতাই দিয়েছেন। If a person does ibadah but they do it with the wrong intention, then instead of it being beneficial for them, it's going to be a source of regret for them on the day of Qiyamah. So যদি একটা ইবাদত করেন কিন্তু যেভাবে ইবাদত করা দরকার এমন করেন না, বা ইচ্ছা কইরা তারা উল্টা করেন, তাহলে কিয়ামতের সময় আল্লাহ সুবহানাহু ওয়া তাআলার কাছে বহুত আযাব পাইবা এবং এটা কিয়ামতের দিন একটা আফসোসের জিনিস হবে। Today inshallah we will hear the story of Hud alayhi salatu wassalam, and also the story of Salih alayhi salatu wassalam. Hud alayhi salatu wassalam ne Araber ek gotror kache পাঠানো হয়েছে. He was sent to a nation in the Arab countries or near the Arab countries. They were called Ad. In the same way, Salih alayhi salatu wasalam was also sent to a nation which was close to the Arab, close to Hijaz, close to what we today know as Saudi Arabia. Obviously, that is because of the royal Saud family taking over that certain region. That's why it's called Saudi Arabia, but it's originally called Hijaz. এই যে এলাকাটা মক্কা শরীফের যে এলাকা, এটা আসলে কিন্তু হিজাজ হয়, সারা এলাকারে হিজাজ হয়। অবশ্যই যেহেতু এখন রাজকীয় কারবার চলে এখানের মাঝে, এর লাগি একটারে জার্জির ফ্যামিলির নামে সৌদি আরবিয়া হয়েছে, বা আসলে এই জায়গার নামটা হচ্ছে হিজাজ। অবশ্যই এখন যখন একটা কথা মাত্র হিজাজ হইলে কেউ বুঝতে নাই সৌদি আরবিয়া হওয়া লাগবে, নাইলে কেউ বুঝতে নাই। Nobody will understand if we say Hijaz. But just to explain, just to understand that the place, the area which we know Saudi Arabia was known as Hijaz before. So there was a place in between Hijaz and Sham, Syria, and that was where the Thamud were. That was where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the Prophet Salih alayhi salatu wasalam. And there was a place close to Yemen. This was where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Hud alayhi salatu wasalam to the nation of Ad. Okay? The nation of Ad were a nation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave a lot of ni'mat to. One of the great things about the nation of Ad were, they were huge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala khub usa hoira boro hoira tara banaisa. You know, we learn in some places that they were able to uproot palm trees with their bare hands. Allah Ta'ala gave them a strength. But we have to understand, after hearing all of this tafsir, we understand that if Allah Ta'ala gives us a ni'mat, we should use it for the benefit of mankind. This ni'mat shouldn't make us arrogant. Allah Ta'ala jodi ekta ni'mat এমন আল্লাহ তাআলা যদি আমরা ইসলামও দিয়াতা হইন, এই ইসলামে আমরা মুতাকাব্বির বানাইতো না. It should make us humble. Now what the people of Ad used to do is, they used to use this stature and this might, and they used to oppress others. তারা আরো মানুষের মাঝে গিয়া জুলুম করত। তারা কেউ তার লগে মাইরের মাঝে বড় হইত না। তো তারা যেগুলি ইচ্ছে ওটা গিয়া একটা হইলি তো হিতা ফিরিয়া কিছু হইতে পারত না। And he said that this nation of Ad is actually from the nation of Amalek. Amalek, they were a nation that were predominantly found in Palestine, in that area, Palestine area. if you remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved the Banu Israel from Fir'aun. And after they were saved from Fir'aun, they were told to go to Palestine or that area, okay? And it was filled with a nation called the nation of Amalek. This nation were also known for being huge, very big, very strong, and very oppressive. So the Banu Israel were asked to go and take over that city. And they said, no, they're so huge, they're so big, we can't fight against, they're so strong. Look at us, we just lost our family, we lost our homes, everything. And now you want us to go and fight there. Allah Ta'ala and eventually they said, Idhab anta wa rabbuka faqatila innaha huna qa'idun. You go and your God go. Tumi ar tumar Prabhu hono jao ar mair khoro ge. Innaha huna qa'idun. We'll be sitting here. Amra aram se bahut takmu zeta khorbar tumra hoina. Na'udhu billahi min that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Yatihuna fil ard. You will be wandering around aimlessly on the earth. And he said that for 40 years they were wandering around a place called Wadi Tih, the valley of Tih, the valley of wandering. They used to start in the morning, they used to go around, and in the evening they used to find themselves in the same spot again. Shoman jagat tara nijere paito. Ar ami ageo amra ekta kotha bonna ageo amra ekta kotha hunchi je Allah Taala o azabun majo kinte tarare bahut niyamat dan korse. Even though they were in this adab, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used to send down manna and salwa to them in the state of adab. Because Allah Ta'ala, see us, we should never base the emotions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on our emotions. When we get emotional, our emotion takes over. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala emotion is not like our emotion. We are talking about the Banu Israel here. Think about what happened with Iblis. Iblis oto biadabi korche Allah Taala samne, tobu Allah Taala tara niyamat dise. Because Allah Ta'ala, we should never compare Allah Ta'ala with any of the creation, because Allah Ta'ala is not like any of the creation. We need blood, we need a body, we need eyes, we need all of these things for ourselves to be able to operate. Allah Ta'ala is not in need of anything. Allah is however He is. Amantu billahi kama huwa. We believe in Allah Ta'ala however He is. Now here, the Aad are said to be from that nation. Okay? Or they are from a lineage, they have been, their lineage connects with the lineage of the Amalek. Allahu a'lamu bis-sawab. In this case, what happened was, the nation of Aad, obviously they were oppressive towards other people and they used to worship idols. Now if you've noticed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really disliked the worship of idols. Zego kichu ami isiga tumra shokta diram. Tumra zibita ami rakhram. Tumra ami khani diram, fani diram. At tumra fattore ge ziga sajda horai. I am giving you everything, but yet you are bowing to someone else. It's like those brothers who are married, we are giving everything to our wives, but instead of the wives listening to us, they go and listening to someone else. Ami tumar shukkolta diram, tumi friti horay khano, ba khali herar khota kairam na zamai khota kairam. The boy shop khidmat khullo zamai, kintu zamai ekta muka fattao na di arab muka ke friti horay. I'm just giving you an example, something that we will understand. Okay? Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's ghayrat is stronger than our ghayrat. আমরা যে একটা নিজের একটা সম্মান যেটা আত্মসম্মানের কারণে তো আমরা এই জিনিসটা ঘৃণা করি না। আমি সকলটা দিলাম, তুমি আরো জনের কাছে গেলে গিয়ে আল্লাহ তাআলার আত্মসম্মান আমরা আত্মসম্মান থেকে বহুত বড়, এবং সবচেয়ে বড় আঘাত যেটা আল্লাহ তাআলা আত্মসম্মানের মধ্যে লাগে একটু যে সময় আমরা হারাম কাম করি। when we the ghayrat is called ghayrat, self respect. When we commit haram acts, it really goes against the self-respect Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has for himself. Allah ta'ala really dislikes it. So وَإِلَىٰ عَادٍ أَخَاهُمْ هُودٍ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down the Prophet Hud alayhi salatu wasalam to the nation of Aad. And as I've said, they were really strong, they were really big, they were very oppressive, and they used to worship idols. Okay? Do you remember we discussed that every time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used to send down a prophet, He used to send them down from a very strong or high family lineage amongst that nation. এর মধ্যে সবচেয়ে বংশওয়ালা যারা থাকতো, মানে বংশওয়ালা মানুষও ইন্ডিয়া না করতে পারতো না, যারা বংশ একটু কমেরাও না করতে পারতো, মানে যাতে সব একটা obviously there's no difference between what tribe you are from in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted the message to be clear. এলাকে কইছে না যে আল্লাহ তাআলা সব নবী হলদের তারা নিজের গোত্রের মাঝে পাঠিয়েছেন নিজের ভাষা দিয়ে, okay, because Allah ta'ala wanted the message to be clear. What did Hud alayhi salatu wasalam say? Ya qawmi i'budullah ma lakum min ilahin ghayruh afala tattaqun. The same message, O my nation, worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is no other God besides Him. Afala tattaqun, will you not get piety? Allah ta'ala Allah ray ibadat karo, Allah ta'ala sara kono ma'bud nahi, tumra maze kono shoma taqwai to nahi. Afala tattaqun. قال الملأ الذين كفروا من قومه إنا لنراك في سفاهة. Those people who had some kind of status in the nation of Ad, they said, you know what, Hud, we see you as someone babbling silly stuff. তুমি আমরা সামনে ইয়া বেহুদা জিনিস খালি হই রায়, মানে মাখালো বলতে যেটা মাত বহুতা মাত না। সাফাহা, safi means makhal. Safi means someone who is silly, someone who doesn't understand properly, someone who is ignorant. Okay? So they said that, you know, the utterance that you have in front of you, you know, the things that you are saying in front of us, it's just silliness. You're just being silly. And we think that you are lying. That's when Hud alayhi salatu wasalam said, Qala ya qawmi laysa bi safaha. I'm not silly, I'm not stupid. I mean, mahalnai. What I'm saying to you is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Walakinni rasulun min rabbil alamin. I am a Rasul from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Uballighukum risalati rabbi. I am mentioning to you, I am propagating to you the message from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in my heart, wa ana lakum nasihun amin. I don't want bad for you. আমি তোমরা লাগে কোনো ধরনের খারাপই চাইলাম না, আমি যে তোমরা নসিহত দিলাম এবং আমানতদারি সহিত আমি নসিহত দিলাম। I'm not looking at my own self. I'm not looking at what I'm going to gain. I'm looking at how much love I have towards you and how much worry and concern I have towards you. That's what I'm looking at. وَأَنَا لَكُمْ نَاسِحٌ أَمِينٌ. You see, other Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, they had mu'jizat. তারা সব নবীর একটা না একটা মুআজ্জিজাত আল্লাহ তাআলা দান করেছেন। বেশিরভাগ নবী হলদের ক্ষেত্রে আমরা শুনি যে তারা একটা মুআজ্জিজাত আছে। সামুদ হলদের কাছে যে নবী রেফাটা নিয়েছিল হযরত সালেহ আলাইহিস সালাতু ওয়াসালাম, তাইও একটা মুআজ্জিজা। It said that the mu'jiza of Hud alayhi salatu wasalam was that his nation could never attack him. তারা অন্যর কাছে গিয়া গুশা তারা মিটাইতে পারতো, কিন্তু হুদ আলাইহিস সালাতু ওয়াসালামকে খেওয়াইয়া আক্রমণ করতে পারতেন না। আল্লাহ তাআলা কুদরতি ভাবে তাই একটা হেফাজত করে রাখি দিয়েছেন। You have to understand, look at other Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, they had mu'jizat. For example, at the time of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, he used to be pelted with stones, etc. etc. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, তাইনিরত্ব পাথরের দ্বারা নিক্ষেপ করা হয়েছে, right? I'm not saying that Hud alayhi salatu wasalam is higher than Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Everybody had their own mu'jizat. The mu'jiza found at the time of Hud alayhi salatu wasalam was that nobody could attack him. তাইনে আল্লাহ তাআলা কুদরতি ভাবে তাই দেখো কা খারা রেগা দাওয়াত দিরা, যারা হইছে গিয়া সব রেগা জুলুম কইরা মাইরা খাইরা, হেরা রেগা তাইন কুল রাই দিন গিয়া দাওয়াত দিতা কোন ভয় ছাড়া। He had no fear because Allah Ta'ala had a special kind of protection around him. That was the mu'jiza of Hud alayhi salatu wasalam. أبلغكم رسالات ربي وأنا لكم ناصح أمين. أوعجبتم أن جاءكم ذكر من ربكم على رجل منكم لينذركم. Do you find it strange that a reminder has come to you from your God, from your Lord, upon a person who is found amongst you? তোমার কাছে কি তা অবাক লাগে না কিতা যে আল্লাহ তাআলা কাছ থেকে একটা নসিহত আইছে এমন একজন বান্দার কাছে যারা যে তোমরা মাঝে পাওয়া যায়, তোমরা নিজের মানুষের মাঝে একজনের কাছে আল্লাহ পাঠিয়েছেন, এর লাগে তোমার কাছে অবাক লাগে না কিতা? واذكروا إذ جعلكم خلفاء من بعد قوم نوح وزادكم في الخلق بسطة. Remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made you vicegerents on earth after the Qawm of Nuh. When Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam were bade. Why is this being mentioned? Why is the story of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam being mentioned here? Because the story of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam was famous. Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam were kind of shoban maze who prashid dasil. And like he was an or demoka. Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam dunne thing getu. Tumna nizer elaka uta khanda mukate ki Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam asla. Ebong taini dunne thing ki gesungi. He could have destroyed the whole world, but he still kept the believers alive. It's not mentioned here, but we learn in the story of Nuh alayhi salatu. It said that, at the time of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, the nation of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam had taken over every single space on earth. আমরা মনে করি না এখন হইছে গা মানুষ দুনিয়ার মধ্যে কত মানুষ হইছেন আগে কত মানুষ আছেন না না নূহ আলাইহিস সালাতু ওয়াস সালামের জামানাত কিন্তু এমন সারা দুনিয়ায় বইরা মানুষ হই গেছে and every single one of them used to follow and worship idols besides 80 people চিন্তা করুন সারা দুনিয়ার মধ্যে এখন এই যে কিটা প্রত্যেক পাঁচজনের মধ্যে আমরা কিটা হই একজন মুসলমান isn't it? That's the ratio, isn't it? Out of every 5 people, one person is a Muslim. But at the time of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, out of the whole, in all of the inhabitants of earth, only 80 to 90 people were Muslim. Yet Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam used to give dawah day and night. But later on, what was noticed was, Zara, Musulman, eraro kintu hera, vibranto khoira, Islam theki horai nite sare. The people who were not believing in Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, they were causing fitna for the believers and trying to take them away from deen. That's when Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam made that dua, isn't it? It's not because of no reason. Brothers, for us to understand why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did this, we have to understand the nature of sin. Guna kitab ta amra bujhala. Guna hoyse gya amra mone kori je ami ekta guna korlichi bas guna korlichi eta kono kichu aya jay na. No. Sins are so disliked in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us in other ayah, if people were taken to task for the sins that they did, then manushokol dere guna lagi dora hoito তাহলে মানুষ সকল বাদ দেও কা দুনিয়ার মধ্যে কোনো প্রাণীও বাঁচা থাকলো না not even one animal would have been left behind, would have been left alive. That's how evil a sin is, and that's how punishable a sin is. Yet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is forgiving us. And out of all of these things, the greatest sin is shirk. Allah ta'ala loge khawre khuda mana. So when we see this happening, and we think, why did Allah Ta'ala do this? We have to understand, after so much has happened in this world, Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala is giving this kind of punishment. But Allah Ta'ala first gives us so much chances just to rectify ourselves. Allah Subhanahu Wa Ta'ala both shuzuk dan koren. Now it said that وَزَادَكُمْ فِي الْخَلْقِ بَسْطًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increased your body and your stature. Mani Allah ta'ala tumna khuto boro hoira manai disu. Ektuk Allah muka saitanen. Tumna ekhono tumna ei doroner bhut ba murti okhonto muka kita lagi sairai. Tumna Allah muka sa Allah tumna ei shorik lan korchon. Allah ta'ala tumna ei shokti dan korchon. Fadhkuru ala Allah la'allakum tuflihun. Remember the ni'amat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so that you may be successful. Allah ta'ala ni'amat khol dera shono koro jate tumra kamyab ho. Have you heard the word ala before? فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Which of the ni'amat and bounties of your Lord are you going to deny? So ala means bounties and favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ni'amat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now brothers, afterwards we learn about the story of what happened in the nation of Ad. You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala obviously warned them. Warning this way. Afterwards what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did was, He sent down a drought. 3 বছর লাগাতার তারা এখানে কোনো মেঘ আইছে না। For 3 years, consecutive 3 years, there was no rain. And obviously no rain means no crop. No crop means no animals. They were feeling it. শরীর শক্তি দিলে কি হইছে? খালি না তাহলে শরীর শক্তি কোনো কাম হইতো না। No matter how strong we are, I'd just like to mention, yesterday I was watching a documentary about a lot of about children in Africa where their body is so malnourished that the body started eating itself up. আমরা শরীরে যে সময় কোনো কিছু পাই না, গুছ খাওয়া আরম্ভ হইলা, জানেন নি কেন? আর তারা গুছ খাইতে খাইতে তারা ফাওয়াবল খাম করেন না. Their feet are like sticks because the body decided to eat from those areas and they were dragging themselves. Okay, and he said that they had an 8-year-old sister who walks miles on ends just to get some water, and every day she goes for those miles, comes back and gives them a bath. প্রতিদিন ও 8 বছর না 9 বছর ফুরিয়ে গিয়া দূরে থেকে কয়েক মাইল পানি বইয়া আইনা ও তার দুইও ভাই বোনে গোসল দেয়. Allah Ta'ala has kept a lot of raham in people. What I'm trying to say is there was no food, there was no water, no crops, so the Aad, they felt it. What did they do? They sent someone to do Hajj. Now brothers, you see, at the time of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, the Prophet Adam alayhi salatu wasalam used to know where the Kaaba was. Kaaba যে জায়গাটা ছিল ওখানে লাগি একটা চিহ্ন আল্লাহ তাআলা দান করছেন এবং তাই ওখানে গিয়ে তাওয়াফ করতে etc. However, when the time of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam came, that stone or rock from heaven or whatever was there to symbolize that this is where the Kaaba is, that was taken away. Yet the Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam used to know that in this area there is a lot of barakah, and from time to time they used to go and do Hajj in whichever way their Sharia was. Yes, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, then he was told again exactly where the Kaaba was, and he laid down the foundation of the Kaaba. Ais পর্যন্ত Kaaba ও সমান জায়গা আছে যেখানে ইব্রাহিম আলাইহিস সালাতু ওয়াসালাম কাবার ও বুনিয়াদ রাখছেন. Okay? So the Aad used to know that, and they know, okay, no matter how bad we are, no matter how much we bow down to the idols, end of the day we have to go to Allah. Allah কাছে না গেলে আমরা এটা খাম হইতো না. এই মূর্তি কাছে আমরা পূজা করছি কিন্তু আমরা তো 3 বছর লাগাতার মেঘ নাই. আল্লাহ কাছে যাই আল্লাহ আমরা মেঘ দিবানি. So they sent a nation, a group of people to do Hajj. Now, this story I actually heard in Dewsbury when I went there for Jama'ah. And the elders there, they love saying this story. This story of Tafsir ibn Kathir maze ase. It said that when they went to do Hajj and to ask Allah for dua, normally when we go to do amal, what do? Do we commit sins on the way, or do we put our head down and do ibadat of Allah Ta'ala? If a person makes the intention of going for Hajj, our intention for it. Photo maze kita tara club jaiboni, naskan hunne jaiboni. Na, tara to এখন থেকে কোর থেকে বারবার আগ থেকে তারা ইবাদত বন্দেগীর মাঝে আলাদা এক ধরনের জোশ আইবে. Yes, but what these people did was they went, and obviously they are in need. They should have straight away gone to the area where the Kaaba is and asked Allah Ta'ala for dua. What they did was they stopped a bit further away from there and they involved themselves in drinking alcohol and listening to songs that were sung to them and dances. They started partying. Instead of going to Allah and ask, they were in need. Zarurut to tharan nani, Allah zarurut nahi. But instead of doing that, what they did was they started partying, they started drinking. Na'udhu billah, they started, they were doing all of the things that you would not do. Eventually the people that they were staying with, they got embarrassed. Zarar gese ki thekka tara eta to kharat asla, tara biso shoromaiche, tara gozol tozol banaya, mani here kita ishara diarar bagay diyesu. It's written here as well, right? That whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. You are here to do ibadat of Allah Ta'ala, but what will happen if you don't go back? Your wives will be widows, etc. It was like an indirect way of telling them, you know what, go away from here. You've done enough. Then they went to the place where the Kaaba is, or around that area. And instead of realizing their mistake, that they were committing so much sins when they came to ask Allah Ta'ala for a favor, instead of realizing that, what they did was, the guy who was sent, his name was Qayl or Qeel, he said, "Oh Allah," with a lot of arrogance, "Oh Allah, you know I've come here to you. You know that you can see me, yes? And on my way here, if I saw someone who was ill, I made sure I never helped them." Khoto takabur. Dunam diasi bemari kunugu igur khanda to kesine igur kunu oshudo byabastha kore disine igur am to ye khane. Khoto takabur da katar. And Allah Ta'ala, if I saw that there was someone who is being imprisoned unjustly, I never made any effort to free them. Dunam diasi khewre khewemla khoida because they were big, you understand? If they actually tried to feed these people, they could have done that, but they didn't, and they're using this as arrogance in front of Allah Ta'ala. Oh Allah, give us what we deserve. As if, asking Allah Ta'ala for a favor, but look at the takabbur. This takabbur comes about when you do shirk. That's why you see, amongst the people who do shirk, they find it very easy to swear at their gods. I'm telling you, if you look around, you know what I'm talking about. They find it really easy to swear at God, blame God. Because whatever the case is, this was the dua that he made. And what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did was, Allah Ta'ala sent down. See, today I will mention the story of Hud alayhi salatu wasalam, so that when we do come across it, I can mention the story of other Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam. So here what happened was, Allah Ta'ala sent three clouds. Tinta megot to graphites. One of them was white. Let's see, what were the colors? One of them was white, the other one was red, and the other one was black. Okay? Shada ekta, megot to grasil, khala ekta asil, ebong lal ekta asil. So they were asked, which one do you choose? Tumi kuntare nite saire. So obviously, he thought himself to be too clever. I want the black one, because that means there's a lot of rain in there. That's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that you have chosen destruction for your nation. এমন হয়েছে কি আল্লাহর লগে বিয়াদবি করলে বা মানুষের লগে বিয়াদবি করার জন্য একটা জিনিস মাথা মনোমাদ আইয় খেখের মাঝে সিফত আছে বিয়াদবি করার it's very in Islam we have been taught to have as much adab as we can, never be disrespectful. We teach this to our children, never to be disrespectful, because when you are disrespectful you won't think clearly, you're going to think wrong, you're going to think arrogantly. So he chose destruction. He was given a choice, but he chose the one that is going to cause destruction for his nation. He said that when this cloud was coming towards them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put adab in that cloud. Mega tukramad Allah ta'ala azab Islam. Ebong Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ekta hawar tukrare elloge sariyai dila Islam. Allah ta'ala sent a piece of wind with it. The piece of wind was equivalent to what you find on a ring. The stone of a ring. ও পরিমাণ হাওয়ারে আল্লাহ তাআলা কইছেন তুমি এবল আজাদ তুমি যা ইচ্ছা তা করো। Did you know that, brothers? You know, all of this wind and air and rain that we get is all controlled by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through angels. ফেরেশতাদের মাধ্যমে আল্লাহ তাআলা এটাকে কন্ট্রোল করে রাখেন। If they weren't, we would not have been alive. There's so much Allah, if Allah ta'ala wants this, He could have destroyed us in an instant. Allah ta'ala is showing raham to us, mercy to us. You know, the wind that was sent to the nation of Ad was only the amount that you find like on a ring, on a small little amount. But Allah Ta'ala gave it permission to wreak havoc freely. Mane lagamre Allah saida diletla. Ab o oxinte, what it did was it was taking these people up into the sky like dust. Dulare zelan batashe urele emlan dulalla khan akashuniya honor maze জমিনও ফালাইবার আগে হনো এরা খাম গঠাই গেছে মাথা তাতা সকলদার হনো শেষিয়া মাটির মাঝে ফালাই দিছিল but he said in another narration that these people you know what the wind did was it picked up the people from the outskirts of the town and it destroyed them and carried them along মাটির মাঝে না ফালাইয়া এরার সহ টাউনের মানুষটা ইন্ডিয়া নিক্ষেপ করে ফেলাইছে The people thought that, oh, it's just dust coming. But when they looked closely, it was actually people inside that wind. I'm just saying, brothers, never ever become arrogant and think that the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never come to us. Allah ta'ala just gave free rein to a small amount of wind. And look at what He did. In an instant, everyone was gone. As if they never existed there in the first place. এবং হুদ আলাইহিস সালাম লাগে যারা মুসলমান আসলা they went to an enclosure where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved them from that adab একটা জায়গার মধ্যে গিয়া আশ্রয় নিছিলা যেখানে আল্লাহ তাআলা তার এই আযাব থেকে maaf করে রাখছিল so brothers there is a lot that we learn from this story one of those is never become arrogant because of the ni'mat that Allah ta'ala has given you secondly if you are arrogant do tawbah to Allah ta'ala and ask Him sincerely. Don't ask dua arrogantly. Otherwise, what you have asked, you get the opposite. Because the ghayrat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is much higher than our ghayrat. The self-esteem that Allah ta'ala has is much higher than our own self-esteem. And the worst way to go against the self-esteem of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is when you commit haram actions. Allah Ta'ala যখন কোনো একটা জিনিস হারাম করে দিয়েছে এটা যে আমরা করব ওই সময় আল্লাহ তাআলা গায়রাত আমাদের সবচেয়ে বেশি গাদা So this was the story of Hud alayhi salatu wasalam and what happened to the nation of Ad. Okay? Then brothers we learn about the story of Salih alayhi salatu wasalam. He was sent to the nation of Thamud. Thamud were closely related to the Ad. Who is the Adul Mazara Musulman Asla, Ebuzara Allah Basisla, Erato, Allah Dinufta Asla, but Asta Shoitane Erano Dindike Horelise. So Thamud were closely related or from the lineage of Ad. Okay? He said about the Thamud, they were also very strong, they were also very big, and they were master craftsmen. They used to build things out of mountains. Right? And they used to build it with their own bare hands. আমরা জানান কত ধরনের মেশিন উতা দিয়ে কইরা আমরা বিল্ডিং বানাই তারা নিজের আট দি খুরিয়া পাহাড়ের মাঝে নিজের ঘরখল বানাইত This is how much strength Allah Ta'ala gave the Thamud. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Salih alayhi salatu wasalam to them. He said about Salih alayhi salatu wasalam that while he was growing up everybody used to marvel at him. And they used to think, this person is going to grow up to be something. Is there bachara e pore kono kichu bonbo. Amra jani kono kichu bonbo. Amra sardar bonbo naile amra badshah kichu bonbo. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saw that the Thamud were also going down the wrong path, and they started believing in idols and worshipping idols, and they started oppressing others as well. Khali tara era dekho ka zara murti pujo kora arambo koroin, era kintu manusher upre bade zulum kora arambo. So you know the Thamud, they started oppressing others as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Salih alayhi salatu wasalam to them. Obviously they did not listen to Salih alayhi salatu wasalam, and to make fun of him, they said, okay, see that rock there, see that mountain there, we want you to pray to your God, and for your God to take out a live she-camel from there, who will come out and give birth straight away. Now, there's something else I would like to mention here. Every single nation, you know the mu'jiza that was sent to that nation, it was sent according to their capabilities. So, at the time of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, the magicians used to think that they were all powerful. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down the mu'jizat that He sent down with Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. At the time of Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, the doctors thought that they were all powerful. They could do whatever they want. They could cure any kind of illness. Allah ta'ala sent down Isa alayhi salatu wasalam with the mu'jizat that he had. He used to be able to cure people just by touching them and saying, in the name of Allah, become better. He was even able to bring back people from the dead, because he said, "Qum bi idhnillah," stand up in the name of Allah. So and the doctors found that, you know what, this is impossible. Unless it's from Allah, it's impossible. So in the same way, and at the time of Ad, they were very strong. Mu'jiza was, they can't touch Hud alayhi salatu wasalam, even though they had this. At the time of Salih alayhi salatu wasalam, the Thamud were masters, craftsmen, stonemasons. Tara fattor taki emon jinish pabe emon sundo kore manito dure theke manush tara emon bhabe fulo kholte re fattor maje akhte parto dure theke manush mone korto ekta hasar ekta bagan. They were master stonemasons. So they gave Salih alayhi salatu wasalam something which they knew to be impossible. Just because they were able to craft something out of stone doesn't mean that they could give life to it. So they asked Salih alayhi salatu wasalam to pray to Allah to take out a she-camel. Tara koyson the tara to fattor shokolta tara janoy. Tara janen the fattor de amra joto sundo kore ekta jinish banai na keno ekta maje amra ruh dite partam na. Tara koyson o Salih alayhi salatu wasalam apne hok apnar propure apnar khudare thain o fattor ta ki ekta utni bar fire dita je utni banani loge loge bachcha dita. Salih alayhi salatu wasalam said, I will pray, but you have to promise me that you are going to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala after this, otherwise you're going to get a punishment. আমি এটা করতে পারবো, কিন্তু তোমরাও স্মরণ রাখো যে তোমরা যদি এই নিয়ামত আর মুআজিজা দেখার বাদে আল্লাহর না মানো, তাহলে আল্লাহ তাআলা তোমরা হেমলা শাস্তিও দিবা। They said, okay. What happened? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala caused a she-camel to come out from the stone, and straight away it gave birth. Subhanallah. And remember, Thamud, they were from the family of Ad, isn't it? So they were also big and strong. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this she-camel bigger than their camels. এরার যে উটনি আছে এটা উটনি থেকে আরো বহুত গুণ বড় বানাই দিছিল। ইগো এমন বড় আছিল যে ই উটনি যে সময় কোনো মুখে আইটটা যাইতো আর সব উট অকল বাগিয়া যাইতো কি। আর যে সময় উটনি গিয়া পানি খাওয়া যাইতো কোনো উটনি গিয়া খান্দাত গিয়া পানি খাইতে পারত না। So what was said was, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is proving a point to them that not only am I able to create a living thing out of stone, but I will make it more mightier than what you have, and it will be so mighty that what you have will be fearful of it. তোমরা মনে করছো আমি খালি একটা খুঁটিমুটি একটা জানোয়ার একটা খুললা খালি বার করে দিব না, বড় একটা জিনিস আমি বার করে দিব যেটা দেখে তোমরা সব উট এবং প্রাণী হলতে ডরাই বাঁকবো। See, all of these mu'jizat, they have a point to them. It said that the day, you know, they had to make turns. Ekdin o utniya khaibo, ar ekdin ho ar shobe utniya kholte khaibo. Because when that she-camel used to go and drink water, none of the other camels used to come and drink water from the same place. It's said that the she camel used to give so much milk, subhanallah, that everyone, whoever wanted, could come and take as much milk as they want. They could even fill up their water bottles with milk every single day. So Allah Ta'ala khali tarar, dekho Allah Ta'ala's emotion আর আমরা emotion সমান নাই। হেরান একটা দিছেন, এর বাদেও কিন্তু আল্লাহ তাআলা তার নিয়ামত দিরা। যখন পারো এই উটনি থেকে তোমরা দুধ খাও, দুধ শেষ হইতে না। Subhanallah, brothers, when we hear this, we understand how great Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is and how much we are in need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and how much is possible with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yet, some of these people started having hatred towards Salih alayhi salam. They had hatred before, but their hatred increased because they became jealous. Instead of believing in Salih alayhi salam, they became jealous and they set out to kill this she-camel. And they did. فَعَقَرُوا النَّاقَةَ وَعَتَوْا عَنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّهِمْ. They killed the she-camel. Because you see, it was promised to them, look after this she-camel, it's a sign to you. তোমরা লাগে আল্লাহ তাআলা একটা আলামত দিছেন। আর এমন উট তোমরা দুনিয়ার মধ্যে কোনো হানা পাইতা না। তোমরা লাগে একটা সম্মানের জিনিস। এটা যদি তোমরা কোনো কিছু করো, তোমরা একটা আল্লাহর আযাব আইব। তো তারা কিতা করছেন? হয় গুমিল্লা আসলে এসে গিয়া কেন খোয়া রাখি ফলা দুশমনী দুই কয়েকজন মহিলা হলতো লাগছে। কোন দুশমনী পুরুষ হলতো লাগবে, কোন দুশমনী এই ক্ষেত্রে কি একজন মহিলা আসলা তার কাছে খুব বেশি সম্পদ আছিল বা তাই সালেহ আলাইহিস সালাম রে মানছেন না। তো তাই নানান রকম কইরা খততা দিয়া ফয়সা দিছেন, শরীরও দিছেন, হইছেন তোমরা কি একটা করলাম সকলটা দিলেন তোমরা। And what happened was these people, they actually went and they killed that she-camel. And then they said, وَقَالُوا يَا صَالِحُ ائْتِنَا بِمَا تَعِدُنَا. Arrogance. O Salih alayhi salatu wasalam, bring us the adab that you promised us. The azab khata, wa'ada khata after yawm. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did send down that punishment. It is said that there was a screech, a loud shout or a screech from the heavens. Ashman থেকে বহুত বড় একটা সিল্লানির আওয়াজ হইছে। Normal হাউক না, খুব উচ্চ সুরে। One is a scream, one is a shriek. There's a difference. I don't know the difference in Bangla, but I just want to point out to you, a scream is loud, but a shriek is louder. If you go and harm someone, and there's no way for them to save themselves, they will not just scream, they will shriek. তারা জানেন যে আমার এখন রূপ বাড়াইবার সময় ইচ্ছা, আমার এখন তো খেউরে আমি ডেকা না নিতে তো আমার অবস্থা, তারা নিজের শরীরে মুখা চাইতে না অত জোরে। এর আগে আমরা তারা জোরে কোনো সময় চিল্লানি মারছে না। So there was a shriek from the heavens and there was a zalzala and an earthquake from below. উপর থেকে আল্লাহ শাস্তি দিচ্ছেন, নিচ থেকে আল্লাহ তাআলা শাস্তি দিচ্ছেন। তারা রূহরে আল্লাহ তাআলা একলগে লয়ে গেছে। Every single person who went against the command of Allah Ta'ala and did these arrogant things, their ruh was taken in one go. একলগে আল্লাহ তাআলা তারা সব দুনিয়া থেকে নাই করে। এই শক্তি তারা খামাইছেন। Did their wealth, did their craftsmanship, did it work? Did it help them? No. When it was time for the ruh to go, the ruh was taken straight away. So brothers, from these stories what we learn is we have to appreciate the ni'mat that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us and be grateful towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we become ungrateful, then never think that Allah ta'ala can't punish us. He can punish us. If He could uproot, just like the Aad used to uproot palm trees or trees with their own hands, in the same way, if Allah Ta'ala, He uprooted them, isn't it? No strength. He said that when they saw the adab coming, they sent a group of their big strong men to go and make a wall to stop the adab. তারা একটা ওয়াল বানাইছেন, একবার করে তৈরি আমরা খারাইছেন, দেখি যান কোন আযাবে আমরা এটা ঠাইতে পারে। এর আরে সহ দুলাল্লাহ খান হাওয়ায় উড়ায় নিয়ে হেরের উপরে ফেলাইছে He said that okay, there's a lot of detail. You know what happened to Ad, there's a lot of detail. He said that, you know, the bodies, when they were flung against the town people's homes, the pressure of it actually made their bodies seep through the holes. It's a short detail the way. কারণ তারা মাঝে এমন তাকাব্বুরি আছে আল্লাহ তাআলা দেখাছেন তোমরা তাকাব্বুরি কোনো খামাইতে না May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to fear the adab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to hope for the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in all of our deeds in all of our times inshallah. Brothers, are there any questions that you would like to ask? No question inshallah. And I went into a lot of detail. It's only because the details are written here. We should understand that never ever go against the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's given us so many chances. Dine raite amra chance dilam. Am khoisinen ekta gunar normal guna holtor kharabi oto khan je Allah ta'ala iksindo lagi shara dunyar shokol tar dongso hoye fele dilo. Er upre amra jodi shirk kori Allah ta'ala qiyamoter shomoy sob guna hol maaf kore diba, but he will never forgive shirk, ascribing partners with him, saying that something else is a God besides him. وبالله التوفيق. Let's quickly make dua inshallah. Alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. اللهم أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. يا الله يا ارحم الراحمين আমরা গুনাহ করতে মাফ করে দাও يا الله يا ارحم الراحمين আমরা দিন রাতে কত গুনাহ করলাম يا الله يا الله আপনি যদি না মাফ করেন অন্য কোনো মাফ করতে ওয়ালা নাই يا الله আমরা উপর রহম করো يا الله يا الله আমরা শাস্তি থেকে মুক্ত করে রাখো يا الله يا الله আমরা এখানে মাঝে খেও নাই যে শাস্তিরে বরদাস্ত করতে পারবো আমরা সবাই মাফ করে দাও يا الله يا الله আমরা এখন ফরসি يا الله আপনি আদ হতে লগে কিতাব আছেন আপনি তামুদ হতে লগে কিতাব আছেন يا الله আমরা তাআলার মুতাকাব্বিরিন يا الله এবং তাকাব্বুর করনে ওয়ালা এবং অহংকার ওয়ালা বানাইন না يا الله يا ارحم الراحمين আমরা আপনার আম্বিয়া আলাইহিস সালাতু ওয়াস সালাম আল্লাহর মুতাওয়াদিঈন এবং মুতাওয়াদি করনে ওয়ালা বানাইন يا الله يا الله يا ارحم الراحمين আমরা জান্নাতুল ফিরদাউস দান কইরুন জাহান্নামের আগুন থেকে মুক্তি দান কইরুন يا الله এবং আমরা এমন ভাবে আমল করা তৌফিক দান করো يا الله যে আমল উপরে আপনি সন্তুষ্ট থাকুন এবং এমন আমল থেকে আমরা বিরত রাখো يا الله যার কারণে আমরা উপরে লানত আয় يا الله এবং মওতের সময় আপনার কাছে কি কামনা يا الله ঈমান ও শহীদ মত দান কইরুন সুবহান রাব্বিকা রাব্বিল ইজ্জাতি আম্মা ইয়াসিফুন ওয়া সালামুন আলাল মুরসালিন আলহামদুলিল্লাহি রাব্বিল আলামিন।